你想象过吗？
Have you ever wondered what's out there in the ocean? Well, in the South China Sea, it's a giant floating wind turbine. How does this giant stand firm? I'm Liz. Today, let's dive into this mega project. To generate electricity at sea, a wind turbine must contend with the elements. Not only must it stay upright, but it can't sway too much. The solution is a stable surfboard structure and a set of flexible yet strong anchors. Here we use water bottles, plastic strips, and foam boards to simulate the core structure of a surfboard. Now that we have the surfboard ready, let's place the wind turbine on it. Now we inflate a pool to mimic the ocean. Next, we use 3 metal chains to anchor the wind turbine to prevent it from drifting away. Find the right balance, and using basic buoyancy principles, the whole thing floats. Our miniature wind turbines are lined up on the water's surface. Now let's see how they handle the simulated rough seas. They're riding those waves like pros. And when we crank up the air blower, the spinning windmill generates enough power to charge our phones. The phones are on! Our little wind turbines are surfing and generating power. In our blow-up pool, a tiny 30-centimeter tall wind turbine shows off its surfing moves. But what if we had a colossal wind turbine that reached 100 meters in height? This massive 100-meter tall, 1,000-ton giant tumbler is able to surf the sea relying on this kind of structure. It withstands the wind and waves while generating clean energy. This giant has a bigger and more intricate surfboard. The columns supporting the foundation are nearly 30 meters high and 10 meters wide. The space between them stretches as far as 2 basketball courts. Each column has 3 steel cables extending down to the seabed, interconnected with sturdy locks. These flexible cables keep the entire setup within a certain range of the sea surface, preventing excessive movement that could damage the underwater cables. When the wind turbine generates power, it is like a Tai Chi master embracing the wind, transforming it into energy. The blades span an area equivalent to 3 standard football fields, acting as an invisible net that captures the wind. This net can even adjust its orientation based on the wind's direction, capturing the most wind energy possible, or conversely, turning sideways if a typhoon approaches to protect the turbines and blades. At the core of this wind turbine is the engine. The fan blades, which rotate at 12 revolutions per minute, generate 92 kilowatt hours of electricity per minute. To put it in perspective, the electricity produced by the wind turbine in just 1 minute could power your phone for 10 years. Floating wind turbines can provide clean electricity for 1,000 households annually. A giant stands in the deep sea. 80% of the world's offshore wind energy resources are at sea, greater potential compared to coastal or land areas. This project heralds the call to develop deep-sea wind energy resources. Places like Yangjiang and Zhangjiang in Guangdong and Wenchang in Hainan have answered the call, and more giants are surfing the sea. China's wind turbines extend along Belt and Road regions like Sok Trang Province in Vietnam, Toronto in Italy, and the North Sea in Germany, transforming the wind around the world into green energy. Going back to our original question, what's out there in the ocean? Rows upon rows of hard-working wind turbines lighting up our homes from the deep blue sea.